Nick Eberstadt. For half a century, Europe's overall fertility rates have been continuously sub-replacement. Half a century. Since the fall of the Soviet Union, Russia has witnessed 17 million more deaths than births. The 27 countries of the European Union reported just under 3.7 million births in 2023, down from 6.8 million in 1964. Last year, France tallied fewer births than it did in 1806, the year Napoleon won the Battle of Jena. We think of Europe as the center of Western civilization. We boomers still think of it that way. What's going on?
We now have East Asia and all of Europe, including Russia, as net mortality zones in our global population. More deaths than births now, and that gap looks only to be increasing as far as a demographer's eye can see.
Latin America, you write that birth rates are down throughout Latin America and the Caribbean, and indeed in North Africa and the Middle East. To quote you once again, Iran has been a sub-replacement society for about a quarter century, and in Turkey, Istanbul's 2023 birth rate was just 1.2 babies per woman, lower than Berlin's. Now, so if I understand you correctly, across the entire globe, there are only two exceptions to this trend of shrinking, one major exception and one minor exception, and we'll save the minor exception because it's the United States. The major exception is sub-Saharan Africa.
Sure.
Explain the degree to which it is an exception, and then if you can, why.
Sure. Every continent on Earth, except for Africa, is now already below replacement.
Replacement is 2.1 ordinarily.
Roughly 2.1.
All right.
Every continent but Africa is exhibiting childbearing patterns that are inadequate to provide for long-term population stability. They're going to increase for a little while on population momentum, but that jet can't fly. They're all on course for depopulation, absent compensating immigration, with the exception for now of sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa is about 100% above replacement. Africa as a whole, if we add in North Africa, maybe 75% above replacement. But birth rates are declining basically everywhere in the world, with tiny exceptions. And the level of fertility in sub-Saharan Africa is about 35% lower than it was in the 70s or 80s.